What's up, BooTube? And why is it so dark? Wait. Hi. And for all those people who actually could tell, well, secondly, I know recently a lot of my videos you see me holding a pillow or something covering me, and you notice that I always have the same blasted blanket around me. This is actually my Hunger Game blanket that I actually, it's one of my favorite blankets actually, because my cousin, she works in this place that has an IMAX theater, and when Hunger Games Catching Fire first premiered, her work actually, and no, it's not a Century 25 if you're thinking that, or any other movie theater, I'm just saying her work has an IMAX theater. Just because it has an IMAX theater doesn't mean it is a theater place. But anyway, they had a premiere party for Catching Fire, and me and my little cousin Nell, we were the first two in line, and we watched the premiere we had a midnight premiere there, and before we watched the midnight showing at my cousin's work, in the theater part of her work, there was a premiere party, like food and everything, and before the movie started, they asked who was the first one in line and who has number 1 on their necklace, because I got a lanyard that had the number 1 on it, and I stood up in line. I was like, I'm number 1. I was the first one in line. And I ended up getting like a cool gift basket of a bunch of Hunger Game Catching Fire and all that stuff. Goodies, and this blanket was one of them, so that's why I'm kind of always in it. And secondly, also mainly because it's flipping cold out here where I'm living, so yeah. And for all those people who recognize my hat, I know it's kind of dark because the sun's making this video highly dark. Hello! Yes, I am wearing a Doctor Who hat. For all those people who recognize it, it is I can never pronounce it. Was it Dalek? Dalek or Dalek? It depends on how you talk. But anyway, yes, those creepy little robots from Doctor Who that keep saying exterminate, I am wearing a beanie of it. But anyway, this video is mainly for Supergirl Season 1, Episode 3, Fight or Flight. It premiered on November 9th, 2015. So this is my reaction to it. So let's go. Anyway, basically during an interview with Grant, you know in the previous episode, Kat was like, Jimmy, get me an interview with Supergirl. Mainly because probably Jimmy's friends with Superman, so he probably thinks, oh, if you're friends with Superman, you could probably get me an interview with Supergirl. Right. But anyway, during the interview, Supergirl accidentally reveals that she's actually Superman's cousin, which is like, uh-oh, what'd you do, right? But you would think it'd be kind of obvious considering, like, well, I don't know, she has pretty much the same exact powers as Superman. She's wearing a twin outfit of Superman, like their outfits are identical, they have the same emblem, they have the same powers. And, you would think that, you know, you're either from the same home planet or related. You know what I mean? But apparently, Kat didn't know that because Supergirl mentions it, and she's like, oh my god, you're related to Superman? You're his cousin? Right? And I was like, wasn't that obvious? Their powers are the same. They're wearing the same damn outfit, similar outfits with the same damn emblem on there, and it's like, you would think they're either related or from the same planet. At least, right? But anyway, later on, Supergirl gets attacked by someone named Reactron. Let me see if I remember who Reactron is. Hang on. Reactron. Let's look you up for a bit. Reactron. Oh, there you go. Let's see. If I remember correctly. Reactron's real name in the comics is Benjamin Martin Kroll, and he was a sergeant serving in the U.S. Army during the Vietnam War, along with Joshua Clay, future Doom Patrol member known as Tempest. Ooh. Wow. Oh, now I remember this guy. He actually, in the comics, massacred inhabitants of a Vietnamese village. Okay. This guy is an ass. Team affiliations. I don't remember who is the super villain for. Oh, it says here that apparently Reactron usually is an adversary of Supergirl, so this actually makes sense considering If he is an adversary of Supergirl, it's no wonder that he's here in the Supergirl TV show. But anyway, apparently Reactron seeks to kill Kara, mainly because he wants to get revenge on Superman. So apparently in the show, in the comic books, Reactron was an adversary of Supergirl, but in the in the TV show, Reactron wants to get back at Superman because apparently, well, let's see. Hang on, wait. I will tell that later. That's later in the episode. But anyways, mainly he wants to kill Supergirl, especially after Cat Grant finds out and reveals that Supergirl, Superman's cousin. Reactron actually sees it on the television, and like Reactron's like, oh, they're cousins, and he wants to get revenge on Superman by killing Supergirl, but she manages to send him fleeing for his life. Anyway, I'm sorry, I saw something on my TV. But anyway, he manages to go to Lord Technology and kidnap Maxwell Lord. And if I remember correctly, Maxwell Lord, I know he was a powerful businessman who was very influential in the formation of the Justice League International. But that's all I remember, if I remember correctly. He was pretty much influential in that. But anyway, I don't know much about Maxwell Lord. I have to look him up some more, but I know he was very influential in the Justice League. Mainly because, I think, money reasons. But anyway, he goes to Lord Technology and kidnaps Maxwell Lord because the suit that's pretty much, in a way, keeping him alive is not really functioning right. So he's like, fix my suit, right? And Kara later learns that the later learns about why Reactron has such a grudge against her cousin is because apparently a while back, Superman, he stopped a reactor meltdown, but because during the whole, Superman stopping the reactor meltdown, it ended up killing Reactron's wife. That's why, he has that vendetta against Superman. I really don't blame him for that. I mean, all he ever had was his wife, and she ends up dying because of the whole Superman and the reactor meltdown stuff, so I don't blame him on that one. But anyway, Kara learns why he has a vendetta against her cousin, and so she goes to Reactron's hideout and manages to save Maxwell Lord, but she ends up getting seriously injured by Reactron. So I literally thought, it's like, well, 3 episodes into Supergirl and you're gonna kill her already? I was like, come on, guys! It's only episode 3, you're gonna kill her already? I was like, damn. But anyway, she gets seriously injured by Reactor to the point where a lot of people, including myself, thought she might actually die. Or put in a coma or something, really bad. But it was really cool because Superman comes to save her. We know that it's only a glimpse, especially when Kara sees him, her eyes are opening and closing, she's fading in and out, right? And so you only get glimpses of him, you don't really see his face, but you definitely see his costume, you see him fly in, land in front of Kara's body, he's facing in front of Reactron and all that stuff. You see the beautiful red cape and everything. So it's really cool to see that. I really wish they would at least show the face, but I know there's, copyright issues or whatever, I don't know, but it would have been really cool to see at least Superman make a cool cameo. It would have been. This would be a cameo, but a better cameo. You actually see his face, and he actually got lines. You know what I mean? But anyway, he saves her, and then, Kara ends up waking up back at her apartment. Her sister's there and all that stuff. But going to the main point, she finds out that Jimmy was the one who called Superman using the watch. Dude, when I saw that watch, that was awesome, because I was like, this just my old cartoon days in the comic books when Superman gave Jimmy that watch, he's like, press this button if you're ever in trouble, I'll come there and all that stuff. It was so cool seeing that watch on Jimmy. That was really sick. And it even had the Super logo on there. I'm gonna call it the Super logo. I know it's not really a logo or have anything to do with Super or S, but I'm gonna call it the Super logo because both superheroes wear it. But anyway, it was cool seeing that watch. But anyway, like, Kara's all mad because James is the one that ended up calling Superman for help. She's mad mainly because she didn't want to rely on her cousin. She wanted to be her own superhero. She didn't want to be referred to as Superman's cousin, even though she's the one who accidentally revealed to Cat Grant that she was Superman's cousin. But, I don't blame her. She wants to be her own superhero. She doesn't want to be in the shadow of her cousin. There are a lot of, like, people, not just people in comic books or, like, TV or all that stuff. There are that many people like that who... There are actually a lot of people like that who actually, don't want to live in the shadow of maybe like an older sibling or older cousin, so I don't blame Kara for that. But it doesn't mean she had to get mad at Jimmy the way she did. But anyway, Cat Grant ends up with throwing a party, I think for her article, I'm not sure. But anyway, she ends up throwing a party and Reactron breaks into, pretty much, becomes a party crasher, mainly to find Supergirl, because, the whole story is about Supergirl, so he's thinking maybe Supergirl might be there. And, Jimmy, being a good guy, he distracts Reactron long enough for Supergirl, with the help of Alex and Hank, to find out a way to stop him, which is get the thing out of his suit, which is like kind of like there's a power core in his suit that was repaired by Max Lord, if you remember, because like I said, it was fading in and out, like it was losing power, and it was the only thing keeping him technically alive, in my opinion, and Maxwell Lord pretty much fixed it. So with the help of her sister Alex and Hank, they found out that they needed to pull the core out, but they need something to kind of take it out safely without harming her. So Supergirl pretty much covers her hand in lead after she melts a lead statue and safely removes the core out of Reactron's suit and defeats him. In the process, I think he died. Did he die? I want to say he died because the suit's no longer powered. But anyway, later on, basically, it was interesting. Kara ends up getting support from her sister, tell Jimmy you like him and all that stuff, right? And so when she's about to, she sees Jimmy in, I want to say, was it his office? I'm not sure if it's his office, but he's in an empty office, and there's a lady there, and they're like talking and all that stuff, and Kara finds out that the lady's name is Lucy Lane, and Lucy Lane is apparently, in this series, the younger sister of Lois Lane. If you remember who Lois Lane is, you don't need me to tell you. Lois Lane in the comics was Superman's sweetheart. The majority of the comics up until the New 52 reboot, when he ended up with Wonder Woman in the beginning. But anyway, apparently, Lois Lane has little sister Lucy Lane, and not only does she find out the woman's name is Lucy Lane, and she's the younger sister of Lois Lane, she also finds out that Lucy Lane is James's ex-girl who came to National City mainly to patch up their relationship. But apparently, I looked it up, she's not just like an ex-girlfriend. Lucy Lane is actually Jimmy Olsen's ex-fiance. So, love problems, man. Love problems. And I can't wait to see what else happens in today's episode. So, I'll see you guys in the next episode, which I heard it's Livewire. I thought it was called How Does She Do It? I don't know. Because, from what I wrote down in the past, I put episode 4 was supposed to be How Does She Do It, and episode 5 Livewire. But I looked it up again, and now it says that episode 4 is Livewire, and episode 5 is How Does She Do It? So, I don't know, but anyway, episode 4, we'll look forward to it, and, I'll see you guys, I'll watch it, I'll do a reaction to it, and I'm on my way to record the rest of the Flash and Arrow episodes, so, I'll see you guys in the next episode, okay? Mwah, mwah, bye, BooTube!